Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. Today we are making a apartment build. It has been quite a while since we've done an apartment, but I thought, why not? We haven't done that in quite a few months, to be honest. I've been working on a lot of family homes and I haven't posted many apartments, but I think I realised my problem, why I haven't been doing them as often, and it's because I build super fast now. Because I'm so used to building these massive homes, I try and just go as fast as I can, to be honest, to make the video not stupidly long. So then when it comes to apartments, obviously there's less to do because it's only the interior, so I've got basically half a video, so that's why. But we still made it to 11.5 minutes, so not too bad, to be honest. So today we're working on a girly apartment. It's for a single mother with 6 daughters. Can you imagine? Imagine the chaos and the drama. So we do have triplet children girls, we've got a teenage girl, and we've got twin girl infants. I think this apartment is like a perfect size for quite a big family. Obviously they can't have their own room, all of them, but I do like the shape of this apartment. I think the floor plan turned out really nicely and it's very open and clean and fresh, and I really like how it turned out. It did take me quite a while to get to the kitchen the way I wanted it to look, but I think it turned out nicely. Obviously there's not loads of space, so I kind of had to work with what I had, but I do really like it. I like the colour swatches of these counters so much. Like, I just love this kitchen. The fact that everything's white and like a very pastel mint colour is like my favourite thing. It's definitely my style. So yes, we are working on the lounge area. I really like that it's kind of like all in one little space and it feels very homely as well. But yeah, I wasn't really sure what curtains to put here because nothing really fit in this corner. I do end up using the new curtains from the Modern Luxe kit. I think they're very pretty and they fit perfectly for this wall, so there we are. I did end up adding a little dining room table in the corner as well, just for bonus seating. Obviously they've got a lot of children, so some of them can sit at the island and some can sit at the table. The one thing I did forget to add was a high chair, so if you do download this you'll need to add a high chair, but the little ones are still infants, so maybe she hasn't got around to buying them yet. So yes, I added some little toys in the room as well because I thought, if you've got lots of kids, you're going to have lots of toys everywhere, especially in an apartment, so that is what we did. I wasn't really sure what to put on this wall. I did struggle a little bit with finding something that kind of fit, but we did go with this picture in the end, which I'm not majorly in love with, but it's fine, it'll do. So next up we are working on the triplets room. So I love this room. I think it is so adorable. I love the colour swatches on these beds. I just think it is so cute. It is my favourite thing in the world. I just think it is adorable. So I wanted to add some form of triplets in this house. I wasn't sure what age or gender or whatever, but I ended up doing a pink room. So then I was like, maybe we'll just do an all girl apartment, make it very generically girly. Obviously you could have anyone live here, it's up to you, but that's what the goal was in mind at the time. I just think it is really sweet. This room is quite small, but it's got enough in it, it kind of fits everything you could possibly need at the same time. I kind of felt like every one of the girls maybe had a completely different personality, and I tried to make that shine through in this as best I could. But yeah, I just thought it was really sweet. I think the colours go well together, all the pinks and the peaches and the yellow tones. I thought it just tied in very nicely, and lots of clutter. I think that's probably why I like making the kids' rooms, because there's always a ton of clutter, which is obviously my favourite thing, so that's probably why I like it so much. I wasn't sure where to find this particular mirror. I did find it eventually, which I think it was from Everyday Clutter, but I thought it might have been Pastel Pop, but we did find it. I've got a mirror like that myself and I'm obsessed with it. It's probably my most used thing. But it's majorly magnified and I'm like, oh gosh. On the days where you haven't done maintenance for a few days and you're like, oh my goodness, those brows, girl. So, but I do really like it. Anyway, outing myself here. So I did decide to add some mirrors. I did put it on the back of the door originally, but I thought maybe they wouldn't be able to get through there, so I decided not to do that, and we just moved on. So now we're working on the main bathroom for the family. I do end up making it quite like cozy and girly. I do add some fairy lights in a moment, which I thought was quite cute. I don't usually do that in the bathrooms, but I thought it was a very nice touch. I'm not sure whether they'd have a plug for that in the bathroom, but maybe they're battery powered. So yeah, my bathrooms tend to look very similar, but I just like them like this, and I think they work the best. They're not overly cluttered, you can work with all of it, they're all functional, so that's the main thing. I did end up adding some candles as well, just to add some extra touch of femininity. Is that a word? It is now. So then we moved on to the entryway. This was actually the last room that I did, but I decided to include it here. So I added some shoes to the boxes, as always. My dream home decorator boxes are my favourite thing. And I added some lunch boxes for the girls as well, which I thought was quite a nice touch. I love that they've added those lunch boxes, and the fact that they're usable as well, and the backpacks is like goals. I love that so very much. I was trying to find a table to go in this corner, but I couldn't find one that fit, so we did end up going with this circular one. And added some phones and some keys in the end, just to add some decorative clutter. But yeah, I just really like this. There's sometimes when I do builds and I'm like, I could do better, or I'm not too fond of that, but I do actually really like how all of these rooms turned out. This room was quite a bit of a struggle because it was an unusual shape, and I did put the bed in kind of a weird place, but I think it turned out right in the end. The wardrobe does slightly clip, possibly, and it's probably not functional. That's probably the only thing in this house that doesn't function properly, is her wardrobe in this room. This is the mum's room, by the way, in case I haven't said that. But yeah, I really like these cushions. I think they're so pretty from the Modern Luxe kit. I just really like the kits, guys. I don't understand why some people are so like against them, but I guess it's the internet. The amount of things that people have an opinion on these days is just astonishing. I guess I wish people on the internet could have an opinion, but would do it in a polite way. I just don't see how that's difficult to do, but I've seen a lot of horrible things, even on the Sims actual official account. So I'm like, well, if the main creators can get hate, then I can for being somebody who's not majorly known. So it puts things into perspective. So yes, we are now working on the next bathroom. This is the mother's bathroom, kind of, and the teenage daughters. I do end up putting a potty in here just because, obviously, if the little ones, well, they're not toddlers yet, they are infants, but when they get a bit older, they're going to need a potty. So the mother was forward thinking on the potty, just not the high chair. I do end up adding some little wall decals as well, which I thought were really cute. And then we moved on to the teenage girls' room. Again, wasn't sure what to do with the curtains, but I did end up adding the same ones from the living space to the teenagers' room. And I really love this colour, honestly. Out of every single colour, if I had to like put one colour in my build, it would be this colour. It's kind of like a bluey greeny, like, I don't know what the colour is specifically, but I just really like it. I wanted to make her room kind of feel like not too much of an older teen. Maybe she's like 14-ish, so still a bit like child vibe, but not like too kiddish, you know? I don't know. So I did decide to add this wall decal, which I thought was pretty and worked anyway for any age group. I'd have that in my room, like how pretty is that wall decal? But I guess it is aimed at the like younger generations. So, but yeah. Oh, and this cupboard isn't functional, of course, but I thought in real life you would put a cupboard like that, you know? You'd put it there and then just move the chair when you've got a small room, so, you know. But it is what it is. It's not like we ever really use the cupboards, it's more for decorative purpose. But anyway, I do definitely try to make my builds fully functional. Sometimes they're not, and sometimes the cupboards are just for decor, but obviously like the main things that you actually need, as in beds and changing tables and showers and toilets and everything, are always functional, because what would be the point in making a build without it being fully functional? But yeah, the wardrobes are sometimes not functional, but I always tend to use cheats to go into cast because it's just quicker and you can properly edit stuff. So I don't know, that's the way I do it. If you'd like to move the items in front of the cupboards, feel free, but everything is there and all designed properly for you. So yes, we are now just moving on to the screenshots in a second. Obviously this was the infant's bedroom that I talked through and rambled through, but I do really like this room. I think it is cute. There's not too much going on, but enough. And then we are on to the screenshots. So I will end the voiceover here so you guys can see the end of the video in peace without me rambling on, and I will be back tomorrow most likely. I've got a mansion custom build to do tonight, so that'll be fun, and then we've got some other shell builds to do for other simmers, so that's lovely. And I am going to be making some spooky season builds for you guys, because that's what you voted on my YouTube community tab and my Instagram polls. So yes, that's what will be upcoming very soon. So yes, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I hope you all have the most lovely day, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.